Morning, everybody. Thanks to PRC for providing this opportunity. I'll keep it light on self-marketing about CASA. We'll actually talk about the case study. Just this first slide alone, I'll just describe what CASA does. CASA is an AI-driven CRM bar CDP platform. So we built it grounds up to be omni-channel in nature, right? So you can actually service your physical stores. You can also service your e-commerce customers. So the entire idea is which cohorts do I need to target? How do I need to target to ensure that I can get maximum conversion, get better ATV, and so on. Right? So how do I bring back customers? That's fundamental to how CASA is built. So as part of the journey, we had to build loyalty, but with the difference, we had to build a coupons management system, but with the difference where it's extremely targeted in nature. We had to build a marketing automation platform that would allow for this kind of personalization to go out. So the entire platform, it was a learning journey over the last few years, and we have built, I think, a very decent platform for retailers to be able to utilize. And now we will dive into the case study.
I represent a brand called Whitehouse. So we have around 87 stores across Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Initially, we were using a very basic CRM module. We wanted to provide more value to our customers. That's when we got in touch with CASA, and they were already integrated with our ERP Genesis. So it made things easier for us to just go ahead with it. And what we initially didn't realize that the solution was so extensive, and that was pretty good for us because our primary focus has been tier 2 and tier 3 markets of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, and providing a value-based system for the customers over there was kind of a tough task because tier 1 understands how loyalty works, how CRM works, how points work. But translating that to the tier 2, tier 3 market was the initial tough task for us, but implementing CASA has been kind of easy, and it made things easier for us because actually 70% of our stores are franchisee-owned stores. Now, the offers we run and everything, we cannot sit and just keep asking our franchisees about, just permissions for running these campaigns. So, this kind of, even like when, they actually came up with case studies and just showed us how the whole coupon, everything, the system worked. It kind of made sense, and things started falling into place with the way they guided us in implementation of this whole process.
Thank you. So we call it Offerio. So I think you are going to say Offerio and then change it to coupons.
Yeah.
So that's the name of the module is Offerio.
Yeah.
If you can give a little bit of description about your role as such and how you utilize the system, that'll be great.
So I am the head of business development for Whitehouse, and my major role would be expansion of Whitehouse and also curating a customer experience so that customers feel that they get an added value whenever they come to our EBO stores. And yeah, that's primarily what I do.
Awesome. So what made you go for CASA, and what was the benefits that you saw?
As I said, we had a very basic CRM before, where we didn't have a tier-based system. We just had one tier where customers, like, they get whatever points get allotted, like for every 100 rupees they spend and everything. We wanted a robust system where we were able to target customers based on their, let's say, lifetime value or their average ticket value and stuff like that. So CASA basically helped us make that where we were able to categorize our customers in multiple tiers, create those cohorts and everything. So that is kind of the reason why we went with CASA.
Sure. So there are some numbers that I have up here.
Yeah.
So if you can talk a little bit more about how your ATV was increased, or existing customer sales were increased,
yeah.
or dropped off customers are bought back, that will be great.
Definitely. So initially we weren't able to check what is the average times a customer would come back to Whitehouse, or their average ticket value and everything. So we were kind of like, whatever we do, we just divided the overall revenue divided by the number of bills that we do to find the average bill value, which was around, if I'm not wrong, 13 to 1400 initially. And after we implemented, so we implemented CASA a year and a few months before, and Also taking into consideration that there was a slight MRP increase in our product, just doing the right campaigns and everything, targeting the right audience, we were able to increase the average ticket value by around 50 to 60% is what I look at. And the customer walk-ins increased because we were targeting the people who actually did visit Whitehouse twice or thrice a year. We were able to increase to like 4 to 5 times a year after we did the right campaigns. And apart from that, I think the customer also understood, we were able to increase the lifetime value of the customer because they were visiting us more often, and that kind of, helped us increase their overall value to Whitehouse.
Awesome. So if you can talk a little bit more about the onboarding process, how smooth was it? How smooth was it to transition from your old CRM to the new one?
So our old CRM was basically what was provided with Genesis, but since you guys were already integrated, I think we were up and running within a week or two.
Awesome.
And it was pretty smooth. There was not too much of an issue or like too much of work that was involved from our end.
Absolutely. So one of the things I would like to add is from a CASA standpoint, we believe in automation pretty rigorously. So whenever we integrate with an ERP or point of sale system, there are about 7-8 integration points, and all those get automated first, and then we go to market with that particular solution. So we have done the same with Wondersoft, with Genesis, with SAP, and so on. The last large player, I think, is Logic ERP, which we are just starting integration with. And similarly, just as Winclum does, from an integration partner standpoint, from an ecosystem, we already have pre-built integrations from an delivery of SMSs, emails, WhatsApp, and so on as well. And that's a benefit to it. So Rashmi will cover that, I'm hoping. So a little bit more about the ease of use of the product as such, Rashmi. So if you can talk a little bit about how easy was it to use CASA?
It was easy in the sense you didn't really need too much of a technical expertise to do that. You just need to know how to use basic applications. And I think the CASA team also helps you out in a way where they train you how to run your own campaigns and everything. So I think the ease of use is already like built in. It's very intuitive that way.
Thank you. And what can you do now with CASA that you couldn't do earlier?
Creating the right cohorts and targeting the right customers. So I think recently we even had an update in CASA this January, which actually uses AI to create cohorts and do the targeting on behalf of the brand, and that kind of reduced our time and everything. That was pretty beneficial is what I feel.
Awesome, thank you. So from a feature set, what sets CASA apart from competitors that you typically see in the market?
I mean, initially we did look into other solutions, and what I found is that first thing, it was more complex, and there was a lot of technicalities that we had to get through before we could use that product. But with CASA, I think that layer actually got taken away because the interface was pretty easy to understand, and if anybody used any applications, they could, as I said, intuitively use it. So that was very different.
Nice. From a support, has the team been responsive? Any issues that are there? I don't know how many issues were there, but...
Yeah, they've been pretty responsive. They're always eager to help, so that's always there with us.
Sure, thank you.
I would quit while I'm ahead over there.
I'm sorry?
I would quit while I'm ahead over there. That was just the answer you wanted.
True, but it's actually true as well. We really want to help our retailers succeed. So we just want to make sure that the right support systems are put in place.
She just gave you a pat on the back, so let it go at that.
Sure, thank you.
Questions from the jury?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was like I was thinking like you both are from the same team.
I mean, they did actually help us out that way. I was like, when we were implementing the whole thing, they did act like our team.
Yeah. And then that's a appreciation. You don't need any case study winning trophy. You have already won the heart of your client, right? So that's all you need. So the question from my side is that how CASA is differentiating themselves against the competition?
Sure. So a lot of times what happens is a lot of the CRM systems are more storage of customer information, and then you need to use your own intelligence to pull out customer segments and then target them. The way CASA is different is that we provide that insight as to which segments to target. So I'll make it a little bit more easier. Who are your more valuable customers? By value doesn't just mean how much they are buying. They could be regular, they could be buying at 5,000 as an example, versus somebody who comes once in a while and then buys 15,000. Yes, both are valuable, but they are different types of customers. Their buying patterns are different. So CASA basically gives you that intelligence as to who are your more valuable customers, how often do they come, what items do they buy? Are you selling the entire range of merchandise that you have, or only a part of the merchandise that you have? So it gives a lot of insights into which segments to target and where opportunity lies. And based on that, you can then start, engaging, creating cohorts, sending campaigns, and right from the same screen. So I kind of liked BI Retail's presentation because what he had done from an inventory standpoint, we try to do from a retail standpoint, right? So right from there, you can create a cohort, you can send out campaigns and so on.
And we are hearing cohorts a lot of times. She also mentioned about AI-driven cohort. You are also talking about. Tell us something about some of these unique cohorts you have created, which was not there in any of the CRMs.
I let Rashmi answer this question. And then I'll add a few things at the end.
So one cohort.
So who is the client and who is the vendor? So Rashmi knows everything about the product. Okay,
yeah,
nice,
she does.
Nice.
Yeah. So one cohort we created were the dropping stars or whatever. These are the guys who used to have good lifetime value, and now it was going down and they are kind of dropping off from the brand. So reviving them became a major aspect, and identifying that was very tough for us. CASA actually created like the module in which this cohort could be created, and we were able to identify and regenerate them from the dead basically. So these are the guys who might have dropped off if we hadn't noticed.
Thank you. You'll get +1 for her.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.